screen. Right, make sure we both up in there. All right, we're gonna be on GEN.YAHANNA's page. If you go on Facebook, it's you can type in GEN.YAHANNA, K-A-R-A-M. Okay, and you know who it is. You get what I'm saying? Like Karam said, they see the brother on the street corner all the time and recognize who he is. And I'll be teasing him all the time, you know. Eve come down there to the camp specifically for GEN.YAHANNA. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say too much. You know, brother might, you know what I'm saying? Have to take me to counsel on it. No, but like I said, we on there. We on my Facebook page as well. Azania Banyahawada, okay, here in Syracuse, New York. All right. If you got a question or a comment, this is the time now. Type it in. Okay. All right. You got a question or a comment, bring it. All right. Bring your questions and your comments. You had them questions and comments last week. All right. You might as well come again with it. All right. And Karam, get that door behind you if you could. No, once you get that set up. All right. All right. If you got a question or comment and you want to get that door behind you, and you want to bring it out, you can call into the show with the question or comment as well. Okay. The number to the show is 315-656-2250. 315-656-2250. Right. You can call into the radio show. It's a live show, like you just heard over the recording. It's a live show. So when you call in, no profanity. All right. Watch what you say. Okay. And when you ask a question, go ahead and ask the question, but make sure your question is you know, detailed. Have some information behind your question. All right, let's see here. Okay. Like I said, we on the radio show live, WSIV 1540 AM, WSIV 1540 AM, broadcasting right out of here. It's East Syracuse, New York. All right. We broadcasting live. Right out of Syracuse, New York, all right, like we do every Monday, okay, at this time, bringing out this information, all right. We're going to jump right into it, all right, okay. Now, when you see the I.S.U.P.K. or you hear the I.S.U.P.K., know that this is the priest and prophets of the Lord. And when we bring out information, we bring out the information to check this out, Quran. We bring out the information to wake up all people, and all people being the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. When I say the 12 tribes of Israel, I'm speaking of the so-called Negro, the so-called West Indian, the so-called Haitian, the so-called Hispanic, the so-called Native American, the so-called indigenous people of North, Central, and South America. All right, all them slaves that been put on them slave ships during the transatlantic slave trade across this planet. Because I was watching a documentary, Karam, about London and the Benjamites. Man, I ain't never seen it so detailed. I think it was on PBS. It was on PBS on Saturday. I caught a glimpse of it real quick before leaving the house. And I wish I could have saw the whole thing. And it goes in on how during the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, they had an influx of Benjamites, West Indians from Jamaica and Trinidad and all them islands going to Europe and building up Europe after World War II. Man, and getting mistreated and building it up for little to nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them brothers and sisters, their family's still over there. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it's a heavy Benjamite population over there. But just to go in and see how we scattered abroad, man, you know, in the conditions on our people show and prove. All right, you got your sword on you? Here you go. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. I just want to start off with that before we get into our topic. And like I said, y'all got any questions or comments? Come on now, rock them out. Jump right in here and bring them on through. Okay, let me see here. We live on the YouTube. We live on the Facebook. Come on now. Put your questions in your comments. Let's see where you at. Okay. All right. Shout out to Karash Yashum Yahawada. All right. Karash, put in your city and state. All right. Shalom. Hussein Christ to you. All right. And y'all on there too. There go my man. What did it say? There was James Clark. Yahawada. All right. All right now. Okay. Come on up in this thing, man.
God.
All right. December 12th is Hanukkah. Hanukkah.
God.
We're gonna have something right here in Syracuse. All right, right here in Syracuse, we're gonna have we're gonna celebrate it December 12th. I think it's a Saturday.
God.
Right, so we're gonna have something right here in Syracuse, upstate New York. You're in upstate New York, come do your high holy days. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I know Karum y'all are gonna come through. I done already charged him up for that pasta, that salmon and that pasta with what we put in it, the green beans or something like that too.
Yeah, can't give up this.
Okay, all right, it's like it. All right, but we're gonna make sure. All right, every year we try to do something. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw on some wings. Wumga ball. What he do them sweet potato pies. Right. Okay, all right, brother Andy, he coming for you. But Andy do all them bean pies. You know what I'm saying? But I won't got that sweet potato pie on lock. So just make sure you get with the brothers. Any city that you in, make sure that you connect and you link up with the I.S.U.P.K to celebrate your high holy days.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all so engulfed in, what was it, Halloween, Veterans Day. Black people was loving Veterans Day.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Veterans Day, we're going to bring that out. Veterans Day, what's coming up? Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that garbage and nonsense.
Some song, it's coming out too.
Oh yeah.
New phone.
That's a holiday, right. That's the Edomite holiday. You're right. The Samsung 8 and the iPhone 8.
God.
Right, you're right too. The Samsung 8 too.
God.
The iPhone coming out. The iPhone 10 coming out.
God.
So you know y'all gonna splurge all your money. You know, in order to show love to your family, you gotta get them phones.
God.
You feel what I'm saying?
God.
You ain't no man, quote unquote. That's how they make you feel. You ain't no man unless you get all the Christmas gifts, unless you get your woman all them new cell phones and everything like that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's a lie and that's garbage. Why don't you save your pockets and save your soul by keeping the high holy days of the Most High? All right. And the Lord gave us high holy days, and it's specific for us. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to deal with the other nations trying to celebrate with you. You feel what I'm saying? We can enjoy this thing and do it right. Karam Yala was just talking to me, man, about things in the world. You know what I'm saying? Them drug programs in the world. I'm like, man, Karam. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got to go in depth. You know what I'm saying? But Karam was telling me, man, they be fighting up in the drug program. I'm like, then I ask you, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Ain't you supposed to lead the streets in the streets? But only in the I.S.U.P.K. Karam said it. He the only one that's straight up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the Lord brought him through the straight gate. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ for that. All right. How many years clean?
When I'm 27.
27, man. Some cats is babies compared to 27. You feel what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ for we got a drug program here in Syracuse, man. Most High in Christ for bringing out this truth, man, and this information for Commanding General Yahanna and these brothers, man, doing this work. Like I said, man, doing the straight gate, following the straight gate. We're gonna get that precept in a minute too. All right. But give me verse 1, Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
And it shall what?
It shall come to pass.
And it shall what?
Shall come to pass.
All right. And shout out on the live chat right now on the YouTube. All right. Panayana. All right. Trooper Nahar. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabakta. All right. And to the sister, always Ron Chapman in Hartford, Connecticut. Captain Nayatak. And the sister down there, Kawana, in North Carolina. Shalom. We send out them salutes. Y'all got any questions or comments? Go ahead and put them in. Flood them in. All right. We're going to talk about this Veterans Day that everybody does celebrated. All right. And we're going to show what Esau truly think of you. You done heard it. I don't know why black people celebrated Veterans Day and followed the Veterans Day. What Trump say, Karam?
See, that's what they sign up
Right,
for.
right. You get what I'm saying? What the veterans do on Saturday, I think it was Saturday, right? Veterans can go to any bar, any restaurant, and what?
Get a free drink.
Get a free drink, get a free meal. Right, right. And America don't even treat their veterans right, man. You know what I'm saying? That's trash. I'm talking about the Edomite veteran. You know, they don't fully even treat them right. But like Karam said, man, free drink, free meal. Right, right, right.
Free car wash.
And you know what they did? Yeah, free free car wash. You know what they did too? Here in Syracuse, they opened up all them little homes. Now they built them little houses throughout the city. Those was for veterans. House as big as this room, a whole house.
Yeah,
the size of this room. That's how much they care about the veterans, man.
Their cousin living in trenches, so.
Oh, right, right.
Houses like trenches.
That's right, right. Instead of giving them something suitable and fit and comfortable, they like this room. I'm serious. You see them little houses?
I thought it was I thought it was a model house.
Right.
Like for the actual house, but I realized it was a house that people were supposed to live in. That's correct.
That's correct. They put the water pipe up to it. They hooked the electric line up to it. They said, "Oh, you're good to go." And he walked in there. They showed it Saturday. He walked up in there. I think they gave it to a female. Walked up in there and she, "Oh, this is so lovely and nice. Hey, your living room is your bedroom. Your kitchen is your bathroom." So, but nevertheless, man, this is America for you. All right. Okay. Now we as a people, there's something special about us. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Go ahead, huh?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
Come to pass, meaning a prophecy. Right? Come to pass, meaning this thing is going to happen. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently.
If thou shalt hearken what?
Diligently.
Diligently meaning what? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, chime in anytime, Karan.
You know, without wavering. Diligently, you know, not going to the left, going to the right, but going to the straight.
That's right. You got that mic next to you? Okay.
To observe unto Salakia. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord will set thee on high above all the nations.
Shall do what?
Set thee above all the nations.
Shall do what?
Set thee on high above all the nations.
That means the other nations are supposed to be going to war in your military for you. But it's the reverse. All right? Come on, bring out what you was bringing out about Puerto Rico out.
Oh,
go ahead, bring that out.
And they were saying that the linemen from Texas who they took to Puerto Rico to do the work, they get 60 something dollars an hour in Texas. But when they went to Puerto Rico, they were being paid $315 per hour to do the same work. $315 per hour. And that's on the news right now. $315 per hour to do the same assignment that they do in Texas.
So in Texas, to clean up after the hurricane, which they pretty much, got that under wraps now. In Houston, Texas, and surrounding areas, they got paid $60 an hour.
60 something, $64, $66.
All right, let's say $65 an hour, right? So $65 an hour, that has to come out of the local economy. But in Puerto Rico, which comes out of their local economy, which is the same, you brought it out. It's the
same American dollar.
It's the same American dollar in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is the Commonwealth of the United States. They call it the 51st state. $315
per hour.
Per hour. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. These people are poor and destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta pay $315. And Puerto Rico ain't that big. Puerto Rico, what, the size of Rhode Island? It's not that big. It's only 40 miles or 50 miles across, I think. You know what I'm saying? You can drive through Puerto Rico in 2-3 hours across, the whole state. But that just goes to show, man, that they hate our people.
God.
And the Lord is saying we supposed to be above.
God.
Something like that's supposed to happen to our
God.
brothers and sisters. We should have been all there, should have been free of charge. You get what I'm saying?
God.
Taking care of our people, because we would have already been there to make sure that everything was set.
God.
No. The Lord said you should be over everybody else. Go ahead,
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come upon thee.
And all these what?
These blessings.
And all these what?
These blessings.
My black people keep going to church talking about they blessed.
Hmm.
And they blessed and blessed and blessed. Right? Everybody locked up. Everybody on drugs.
God.
Everybody a harlot. Everybody a sodomite. What are you talking about you blessed for? You get what I'm saying?
God.
Well, I done broke it. I done broke that generational curse. No, you didn't. Everybody dying around you. That means that means that you're not in the right state.
God.
Something is wrong. The Lord said you will have these blessings if you diligently hearken to his word. We don't do that as Israel, man. We don't do that as blacks, Hispanics. You know whose word we hearken to? CNN.
God.
We on that CNN, we on that Fox News. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We following Bush and Trump and Obama. We want to know everything. Did you see Obama come on jury duty?
God, I didn't see it. But
you heard about it?
I know he was going.
They called him to jury duty, huh?
God.
Oh my goodness. How everybody sat down in the hallway. They was quiet and waiting. Everybody was so excited. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Security had to come around. You know what I mean?
God.
And it was like all the black people was just elated. Like they seen Yahweh.
God.
You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody was down with their heads down. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures and everything. Man, he's signing autographs and shaking everybody's hand. And you should see the comments because it was on Facebook Live. The person was able to shoot the video Facebook Live. You should see the comments from black people. Oh, he's so great. He's so marvelous. Like they talking about Yahweh. Remember in Isaiah, I think it is? Wonderful Counselor.
Yeah. Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace, right. They giving that to Obama. He's more. Look how beautiful he is. Oh, he got the best family. Oh, Man, you see what happens. Y'all don't worship Barack Obama for 8 years. Now look. The Lord sent Donald Trump because we don't worship Barack Obama. You see what I'm saying? That's not a blessing to worship Barack Obama. That's not a blessing to have him in the White House.
So like you were saying that we put our trust in CNN and the other news network. You know, like some people say, oh, who wrote that Bible? The white man. I don't believe nothing in the Bible. But this, what we read from the Bible, you can see it in your everyday life.
That's right.
That's why this school is called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. But they believe everything that's in the daily news.
That's right.
And a man wrote that.
That's right. Huh?
They say a man wrote the Bible, but they don't believe what's in the Bible. But they believe what's in the daily news and what they hear.
That's right, man. That's right. I'm dropping it. Heavy. They don't believe what's in this book. Because supposedly a man wrote it. Or a white man wrote it, and it's too old, it's ancient. And like you said, the things that's in this Bible is happening right before your eyes, and you can't read it nowhere else. The paper late. The paper don't prophesy nothing. Right or wrong. But they read the paper faithfully. You feel what I'm saying? And you're right. And they believe every word they hear on the newspaper, on the news, you know, from their teachers or their leaders. You know, you got these cats almost some science. Brother, you got to believe in science. I don't believe in that book. I believe in science. Who taught you science, Negro? Who taught you the periodic table? Who mapped out the periodic table, man? You feel what I'm saying? Who came up with the mathematical schemes of gravity? Newton. Newton was sitting under a tree and something fell on his head. So he said, let me write up a mathematical equation on why the apple fall on my head. And he called it gravity. I'm not saying that gravity don't exist. Called it gravity, and this equal this. And Einstein came, and E equals MC squared, all that stuff. And people follow it. Like you said, brother, but don't nobody want to follow this book. And it's right in front of your Donald Trump is prophesied in this Bible. Donald Trump saying to that sister last month, he knew what he signed up for. That's prophesied. That has to happen. That has to happen so that our people can turn back to who? Ain't nowhere to run now. So that our people can turn back to the priests and prophets of the Most High, to come back to the Most High, to come back to their King Yahweh. We the only ones, man, since the 60s saying what? No, we don't vote. Negroes are still voting, huh? We've been saying that forever. Don't go and vote. You got a king. Yahweh is your king. Jesus Christ is your king. What you going to vote for? Oh my goodness, the mayor. I told you, right? Ben Walsh. He won that election. Oh my goodness. Nothing but black people behind him. Crying and laughing and applauding and lifting him up. They pulled him on the stage. The black people was on the stage before him to give his victory speech. I'm like, man. Y'all, the brother said it to me the other day, man. As soon as he saw me, he said, our people that chose Barabbas over Christ. You know what I'm saying? We want Barabbas. You know what I'm saying? Drop down and give me verse 15.
Verse 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
But it shall what?
Shall come to pass.
But it shall what?
Come to pass. If thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Going and vote. Going and serving in Esau's military. It's better for you to get locked up. You might as well get locked up instead of, because you know people talk about it. Well, what you going to do if they try to draft you or your sons? What if Donald Trump goes into World War III and I'd rather go to jail. All my people in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go to jail and be locked up than to go to fight and kill somebody for Esau and to die for Esau. I'd rather have to deal with my own people on the inside of that prison cell. You feel what I'm saying? And I teach my sons the same thing. It's more honorable to serve the Lord regardless. I'd rather serve the Lord in hell than be in Esau's heaven. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we done took this twist, man. Princess Bowers. All right, to all the sisters, Shalom, Shamar, Elatha, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, sister, if you could put your Hebrew name in. All right, and Barak Wana, always rocking, strong sister. Officer Tarab out there in Indianapolis, they doing a marvelous work. Angry Israelite, that's Rakar Aria down there in Florida. Yeah, Florida got something coming up. Type in that date for me, Rakar. I think it's December something. All right, they got a cookout down there in Florida. They still cooking out in Florida, boy. All right, I'm gonna send my man down there. All right. Okay, because Zara, all right, Most High Christ, Linda Box, all right, the sister in Hartford, Connecticut, okay, and Bakar Adam, okay. Y'all got any questions or comments? Type them in. All right, finish that one. December 16th is the cookout. All right, and Tazadako online with us as well. My man down there in West Virginia. I'm gonna bring out a quick story too on that West Virginia. All right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
But it shall what?
It shall come to pass if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. That all these curses.
And all these what?
These curses.
That all these what?
These curses.
Check this out. Check this out before you continue on. This is EJI.org. Okay. This is a website, right? Let me see here. History of racial injustice, racial terror targeting Black veterans. We've been in every military war, every military branch since the beginning and the inception of America. And we've been dying and fighting for America. And check this out. All right. This is Veterans Day for us, for Black people. And they show a picture. They show a picture of a brother, right? I'm going to read the subscription. A Black airman from New York City This ain't Alabama.
God.
It's not Georgia.
God.
Because they love to say, you know, it was only in the South. This ain't Florida.
God.
Can you read that, Karam? You want me to read it? Because it's real.
A black airman from New York City reads the colored waiting room sign in the segregated terminal station in Atlanta, Georgia, 1956.
And what?
In 1956.
Y'all see that? All right, and there's a picture, and I'm gonna show y'all. There's a picture where he coming home from fighting. This is probably, you know, after World War II. He done served in World War II. He done served in his military. He flying over. He done served in the Korean War, which means the brother probably still alive, because a lot of them Edomites from the Korean War, they still alive, right? Okay, we see. All right, Anthony, or Antoine Hester from Las Vegas. Shalom, brother. All right. So he's standing there, and he just trying to get on the train. He just trying to go home.
God.
And he got to wait in the colored waiting room. And you know what's so sad? What we could have had in the 50s and the 40s and the 50s, we had our own bus stations, own bus companies.
God.
You get what I'm saying? Because Martin Luther King kicked it off to where we boycotted all the buses down south, right? Because they wouldn't let us sit in the front of the bus. They racially discriminated us. They made us sit in these waiting rooms. And what happened out of that is brothers created their own transportation services. Just like New York City used to have in the 80s and 90s, man. That dollar van.
Still going.
It's still going. Right. Where do you think Uber got the idea from? He stole that from Benjamites. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Driving around, using your own personal vehicle to pick everybody up. Negroes and Benjamites been doing that since this time. But you know what happened? As soon as the white man said, okay, we'll let you sit on the front. Well, then we stopped going to that brother and went to Esau, went to the white man and jumped on his bus. For what? Let's spit in your face. Disrespected you. History of racial injustice, racial terror, targeting black veterans. For generations of African Americans living under segregation and racial terror in the century after emancipation, military service seemed a chance to earn equality.
There's a chance. That's what it is. That's a chance.
What Barack say? A hope you can believe in? So we still want that hope. Just a chance. Just a chance at being equal with the white man. Please. We'll die in your military. We go kill everybody for you. Huh? I just want a chance. But between the end of Reconstruction and the years following World War II, thousands of black veterans were accosted, assaulted, attacked, and what?
I'm killed.
And what?
I'm killed.
Due to their race, for many merely wearing a uniform created an immediate risk of attack. You putting on the uniform for Esau, and he hated it. You feel what I'm saying? After you done killed everybody for him. Dr. Rick Wright, when we was on his radio show, he gave us an article that they did in the 40s and the 50s. The U.S. government did a research on all the black servicemen, and they said they studied the mentality, the psychological conditioning of black men joining the military. And they said they're only good for messmen. You know what messman is?
In the cookout.
That's right. You only good to be a cook and a janitor in the military. You feel what I'm saying? So as soon as we start, and you know what's so sad? Pearl Harbor was the first attack in World War II on American soil from another nation. Pearl Harbor. I think it was December 7th. You're gonna see it everywhere now, right? And they do movies all the time. I'm watching the movie Pearl Harbor, right? The Japanese, Japan, right? The Japanese, the Japs come over on them planes. They was known for doing the kamikazes. They went to Pearl Harbor and they start tearing up. They were shooting up all the ships, shooting up the military base in Hawaii. It was diving the planes into the ships and to the bases, killing everybody. I'm watching the movie out, and this was a true event. This was a true event. The white soldiers, the white Navy men, they call them seamen, jumping off the ship and swimming away from the ship. Right? So the black man, he in the kitchen cooking, making a food for Esau. And he had a commotion. And he run out there, right? And Esau jumping off the boat, swimming. Now the day before, he jumped off the boat. He got in trouble because he said he can swim better than the Edomites. Right? And they treated him bad, and he out there swimming. This the day before. He's swimming faster than all the Edomites. They say we can't swim out. But I don't know, boy. The Lord put a spirit on us. When we put our mind to something, we done got it. All right. So, but the day he come up there, right, and he see all these Edomites, he looked to his left, he looked to his right, all the Edomites jumping off the ship, and it's a big, huge machine gun. And he jumped behind the machine gun. He's shooting down all the Japanese planes. He killing all of them. You know what? I don't know his name. You know why? They don't talk about that brother. And that was a true event. They showed this picture at the very end of the movie, real quick, with his name small underneath the bottom. You know, at the end of a movie, everything coming up. You know? And they said it real quick, and boom. You don't get no recognition, man. You only good for cooking. You see what I'm saying? Don't join. Why would you join? You want to join the military? Huh? Come on, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all, Karam, man, during that Hebrew Academy. Karam, what we was doing, man. I ain't gonna go in detail. We was leaving Syracuse at what time, man?
Like 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. Driving down to New York City. You know the dedication that take? You want to join the military? Oh, this is this Saturday out. We could have been chilling, living up. Right? 2 in the morning, we get in the van. Karam Yalame, so we had a rental van every Saturday. We get the rental van, we chill in the rental van, we halfway sleep on the road. You know what I'm saying? Go down there and we doing strenuous training. 6, 7 in the morning. We lining up all day long. Get back on the road, drive back up here to do it all over again. Man, you want to join the military, man? Don't join Esau's military. Esau's military ain't got nothing. All right? Let me just see here. For merely wearing a uniform created an immediate risk of attack. On February 12, 1946, Black World War II veteran Isaac Woodard wore his uniform on a Greyhound bus trip from Georgia to North Carolina. When he protested mistreatment by the white bus driver, South Carolina police beat him so severely he was permanently blinded. Am I wrong for saying the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks? I'm wrong for that?
No, he said the white man is the devil of the Bible.
But we wrong for that.
So we can prove it in the Bible.
We wrong for that. You see what I'm saying? Black men joined the military, right? He went over there. He fought in World War II. Do you know? It said every war was about 20% black. Do you know what I'm saying? That we enlisted. And Vietnam was the highest. It was like 30%. 40% of all population went to Vietnam. So we going over there dying for them, killing and going to war for these people. And this brother come back and he's permanently, it don't even have his name. South Carolina police, who did it? Maybe the police got arrested, right? They got the death penalty. They got some justice. Let's see. Severely, he was permanently blinded. The NAACP and others decried the attack, but no one was convicted. You see what I'm saying? No one was convicted. You want to get something corrupt? I'm gonna keep reading. You grab it, all right? Negro veterans that fought in this war don't realize that the real battle has just begun in America. You fighting overseas In the real battle, you come home.
God.
This man didn't get blinded in over in Normandy. You see what I'm saying?
God.
You know, Ray Charles used to say that so that people kind of show him some respect.
God.
They say, "Why are you blind?" He said, "I lost him in Normandy." He didn't lose him in World War II, but he would say that so that they would, you know, show some type of mercy or sympathy. This brother lost his eyesight in South Carolina,
God.
not in Germany, not in France, in World War II, not on that border, Normandy or whatever that was. He lost it right here in South Carolina. Mr. Woodard later said, they went overseas and did their duty, and now they're home and have to fight another struggle that I think outweighs the war. He said it's harder to fight here than it is in the war.
God.
Hitler was nothing. Hitler was nothing compared to Donald Trump.
God.
Hitler's nothing compared to George Wallace
God.
in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler's nothing compared to the white man in America fighting us, while the nation purported to fight for freedom and democracy abroad. Americans condoned racial terror and Jim Crow segregation that targeted the black community, including service members. Civil rights activist Hosea Williams, who was captured by the German army during World War II, drew a striking comparison. I want to tell you, the Germans never were as inhumane as the state troopers of Alabama. Do you hear that?
God.
This is black veterans.
God.
The Nazis weren't as bad as the troopers in Alabama.
God.
You got what you wanted?
I didn't find my. We got this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Zephaniah 2:1. That's
what was you looking for though?
Oh,
you know
they hold themselves not guilty.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, go ahead. Read that one.
I ain't got it yet. You want to read this one?
No. Yeah, read that one.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together. O nation not desired.
Y'all hear that? We the nation not desired. And the Lord tells us to gather ourselves together, meaning we need our own military. We need our own schools. The sisters keep showing stuff on, you keep seeing stuff all the time that they mistreating the children. You got it right there? All right. They're mistreating the children, man. Huh? They're raping the babies, beating the babies in school. We brought it out last month. Was it last month or 2 months ago? The boy in Maine, the little brother, they put a rope around his neck and hung him from a tree.
From the picnic table.
Ain't that something horrible, man? Picnic. You know where that come from? Huh? Pick a Negro. I'm just saying the polite way to say it. But this racial injustice and inequality been forever in this place. And like Karam brought out, man, Zephaniah chapter 2 says, gather yourselves together. We need our own military. Black people always talk about economics. You can't have economics without a military. You need something to defend it. You feel what I'm saying? You can't have nothing without a defense, without a stronghold. And the only place, like we said, them Christians are scared now.
Yeah, God.
Y'all was scared yesterday. They was shook. They didn't know what was going to happen. They probably put 2 men at the door, them drunk deacons or something. You know what I'm saying? They grabbed that street crackhead. They brought him in finally. They said, nah, bring Tyrone up in here. As rough as he is, put him by that door, please. He gonna stop something. Now y'all want black men to stand. We standing up in the I.S.U.P.K. Huh? We going to defend our people. You have to have some type of defense. Go ahead, man.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 4. Thus said the Lord of God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Do what?
Feed the flock of the slaughter.
Shout out to Ox, Chris Leonard on here watching us. Gene Smith, Jason Jewett. All right. The Harlem Hellfighters. That's right, Tazada. The Harlem Hellfighters, man, they went to World War II. That all of Harlem, everybody black in Harlem said, we going to join the military, join World War II, and get no recognition. The Tuskegee Airmen ain't get no recognition. Nothing. You know what they did in Tuskegee? Filled us with syphilis. You feel what I'm saying? They experimented on us, and we went over there killing and dying for them. Go ahead, man. Salakia, read it from the top again, because you bring it out too.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 4. Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, because we've been slaughtered every day.
That's right.
Not just in the war, right? Verse 5.
And who going to do it? Who going to feed them?
God.
You know, black people don't like feeding each other.
God.
You feel what I'm saying? We got to do it.
God.
The priests and the prophets are taking the responsibility. Just last week, I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia, Commanding General Yohanna, giving out food in Philadelphia, boxes.
God.
You feel what I'm saying?
God.
What we do here 2 months ago, or was it 2 months or last month? Salavanta. Right, we down there giving, donating. I didn't see not one Christian pastor there at that event. I ain't see Jaime. I ain't see Nebraska Carter. I ain't see all these black preachers that everybody love in Syracuse, right? Bernard Alex. I ain't seen none of them. You know who I saw? I saw Tawam Karam. I saw Amav. That was it. We was there. And what the brother say? He said, them Hebrew Israelites, thank you, brothers. Y'all showed up. Y'all care about us. Y'all care about human beings. Now we only care about our people. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show we the ones feeding them. Go ahead, Salakia. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
And break it down like you.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Go ahead, Karam. Break it down.
You know, and I experienced that recently. You know, against I gotta say my ex-slavery. You know, and they held themselves not guilty in a case that I had against them.
That's right.
So this scripture, this come alive, nothing just in the children of Israelite, but personally in my own life.
That's right.
It came alive that these devils, they don't care about you. You know, they actually hold themselves not guilty in everything that they do towards us.
That's
you know, that's why we ask our people to come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and we're not affiliated with any other Israelite organization. We are the home of the truth. Since 1969, we've been saying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That have been given a 2,000 years, given from since the beginning of time.
That's right.
That were given, like, you know, keep these commandments, like we read earlier in Deuteronomy 28:1, that the Lord said, if you keep these commandments to do them, I shall put you above all nations that are upon the face.
Above all nations.
Above all nations, not equal to. There's no equality in the Bible.
That's right.
Ain't no equality.
And we want to change for equality.
God.
You see? So we want to change for equality. And we join his military. You feel what I'm saying? We join his military. The South Carolina police beat him so severely, he was permanently blinded. The NAACP others decreed the attack, but no one was convicted.
Hold themselves not guilty.
Read it again.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5.
The sister, real quick, Barack Wana, you brought out something real heavy, sis. She said, my dad told me that the U.S. was giving people from the island citizenship to fight in the Vietnam War, and a lot of them didn't even come back. That's absolutely true. And that's why Karam brought out that Puerto Rico thing. Because over 40% of every Puerto Rican male in Puerto Rico joins the American military. And now it's $315 per hour for an American Edomite to go to Puerto Rico to spend. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And America can't give them no water, no food, and can't give them no structure, no nothing. But 40%, and like the sister said, all the Caribbean brothers, right, they come and they join the military. And like she said, they went over there and didn't come back. And then the ones that did come back, what happened to us in the 60s? Then drugs, man. All types of drugs. Right. Came back all crazy.
Salakia, on their own time, too, as the sister just brought that up, there's a song that Jimmy Cliff sang. Song called Vietnam, when he talked about the guy say he was coming home. And then the next call they heard that your son is dead. He never made it home. On your own time, you can check that out. The name of the song is Vietnam by Jimmy Cliff, who is a Benjamin.
That's right.
Right. Song about that same stuff that his sister talking about right now.
That's right.
You know,
they grabbed us up.
Stuff, man.
That's right. And you know they used the Native Americans, Gadites, in World War II. They used their languages and their coding the Navajo.
Con.
Right? They used them and put them over all the coding so that the Germans,
Communication.
right, and the Italians and the Japanese couldn't figure out what was being conveyed back and forth. They wouldn't have won without. They used us all.
Con.
They used every tribe.
Con.
You feel what I'm saying?
Con.
Who gonna tell me the 12 tribes ain't the 12 tribes?
Con.
You feel what I'm saying?
Con.
They used us all, right, to better their country and better their place, and we come back and they sicking dogs on Native Americans in South Dakota.
Con.
This place is horrible, man.
Con.
Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
I was going to bring out that other story. But again, blessed be the Lord. What?
For I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Go ahead, man. Bring that out.
Where's our chapter? Where's our chapter now with speaking on the $315 an hour?
Right.
For Puerto Rico.
Right.
They pity us not, man. So we know for a fact, according to the scripture.
So like, they say 1946, the NAACP pushed the charge, but no one was convicted.
God.
NAACP is supposed to be our leaders, right?
God.
They ain't winning no cases since 46.
They ain't pity us not.
That's right.
God.
What these leaders doing?
God.
They not your leaders. You want true leadership? Commanding General Yahanna and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K. give true leadership, man. God. True leadership, the priests and prophets of the Most High and Christ. Christ is true leadership. Christ don't want you to fight no other man's army. The black man said, I want to tell you, this man was kidnapped by and abducted by the Germans. He was a prisoner of war. Listen to this. What was his name? Hosea Williams was captured by the German army. I wanted to go over the other stories, but we're going to finish this. The German army during World War II drew a striking comparison. I want to tell you, the Germans never were as inhumane as the state troopers of Alabama.
Good night. Good night.
Everybody hate the Nazis.
God.
They still do movies and documents. They still locking up Nazis.
God.
Remember they locked up the 90-something-year-old Nazi in Philadelphia?
With the breathing machine and everything.
Yeah. They making sure.
Rolling me right in
the car. The Nazis ain't as bad as the troopers over here in the United States.
God.
White man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We're going to continue to bring this out. Like I said, get in contact with I.S.U.P.K. Syracuse. All right. Any one of the brothers on here, on there, on here, get with it tonight. Commanding General Yahanna, www.isupk.com. He's going to bring out a rocking show. Make sure you get in link with the I.S.U.P.K. and keep the high holy days of the Most High. You got anything? No. And with that, Israel, shalom.
It says shalom to the 12 lost tribes of Israel.
That's right. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Take a deep breath, and first of all, are you saved? And do you know it for sure? Are you saved, and do you know it for sure? Then rejoice.
All right, we have no copyright, no association or connection to the recording that's playing behind us. We're in a radio station where they play other radio shows. We have no correlation or connection.
You know, you live out your days.
Johnny Lomax, Salakia. What are the origins of Veterans Day? Black man, the one that started Veterans Day. You're right. We could have brought that up.
But at some point in time, guess what? You know, I was
Shalom, sis.
Piece,
Kassad Banat. Shalom to you, sis. Shema Elatha. Yahweh, Shema Elatha, Bashim Yahshua. All right, anybody else?
Shalom, sister. Shalom. Shalom, Yahweh. Shema Elatha, Bashim Yahshua. Oh, it's California.
Okay, shalom. Captain Gadar doing a marvelous work out there. Okay, Jason Jewett brought that out. He brought out his name was Dorian Miller, and they reluctantly gave him the Navy Cross. What they don't tell in the rest of the story is he saved his commanding officer that day too. The Navy Cross is the second to the highest.
And by the way,
the water for that, brother. The water for bringing that information out. I didn't mean to disrespect the brother that did that, but I was just bringing out the point that they don't recognize us or black veterans.
people, actors. You know what? I could give a flying flip with Hollywood.
Yo, you hear this, man?
But anyways,
Said he can give
well,
a
you
flying
got-
flip. Ain't no profanity on here.
Will mock God and mock prayer.
All right, Israel, shalom. Tonight, check out Commanding General Yohanna.
In the
Let me
midst
type
of something like that. Dear goodness. But you know what? There's been a lot of questions come out as to
It'll be on Facebook too, right?
how do you get
What
past
page is
this?
that?
How do
Online
Christians
class?
handle this and whatever?
If you go to
And
One
it's
West
getting people
online class
Pastor
on
Robert
Facebook,
Jeffries from down in Texas, and
Commanding General Yohanna be on there as well.
many others, giving them an opportunity to preach the gospel and a very clear message. And you know what's interesting? I've been paying attention to some of the reports